I'm your host, Jade.
And I'm your host, Emma.
And welcome to
Lashing Out and Nailing Life.
We remembered how to do our intro
Yes.
this time.
Okay.
So what are we doing today, Emma?
We're talking about trends that we love and trends that we hate. Probably maybe more trends that we hate, because I feel like we always
end up steering
haters.
in that direction. Yeah. Some of these might be some hot takes. If you disagree, just let us know.
Oh yeah, we want to fight in the comments.
Please don't take anything personally.
I've been seeing that trend of the propaganda that I'm no longer falling for. Sorry, the rest of my sentence was and so I think that this will fit in with that, because I've been seeing so many things that people are talking about with things that they hate that we do, or things that we hate that you guys do. So
yeah. I think, I don't know, I could start it off strong with a really opinionated opinion, or we could start more slow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we'll just go straight up. I hate overfilled lips.
I do too.
I fully believe that there is such thing as lip injection blindness.
Oh, 100%.
Because you'll start and they'll be perfect. The first time people get their lips filled, they typically look perfect.
It's
the
so
perfect
good.
amount. They look amazing. But then psychologically, you're seeing yourself in the mirror all the time and it looks like your lips aren't filled to you anymore because you get used to it, and then you go get more put in them. And there's a limit.
I feel like even sometimes people go their second time and they get like whatever they had the first time filled back. And then that third time you're like, oh, your lips look like they hurt.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's started doing lip filler, and that's exactly what, like the first 2 times I was like, oh, that looks nice. And then the third time now I'm like, oh, they're starting to get kind of like that Jennifer Coolidge like mouth, which queen stan, but still.
That's what I notice a lot with people that start to get Botox and injections, is it's just one after the other after the other. And like,
Right.
I really, like, my whole business is centered around natural beauty. So I try to preach embracing your natural beauty. And I tell my clients all the time that are worried about aging, I'm like, you're lucky you get to age. Like, that's
true.
personally how I approach it nowadays, because there's way too many people who don't get to age. There's a way to age gracefully, but there's a way to do it naturally. And I am at the point in my life where I believe if you get too much Botox and filler, you make yourself look older, because people know that you are older because of how much you have done.
Yeah, yeah. And some of that stuff really does age you. And I don't even know. I wonder if like Botox is similar to, I don't even know what I would say it's similar to, because it is relaxing those muscles so much that like, wouldn't your body just kind of forget how to use them after a while? And then you would have all this like sagging. It can't hold itself up anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a real fact or not, but
I'm not educated in injections. My clients ask me all the time, and that's not a route I took.
yeah.
So.
Well, there's also so much stuff that's like the Botox alternative that's just not instant.
Oh yeah.
Like
There's
red
a
light
lot now.
therapy and those little they're not called frownies, but they're like silicone patch things. And then what was the other thing I saw? Oh, and like gua sha and whatever. So
Yeah. No,
I don't know, but you can really tell when people start getting the lip blindness.
Yeah, and just filler and Botox blindness in general. Like, there is a limit.
Yeah. Yep.
Something I hate is preventative Botox. I don't know where that started. I don't know when it started. I remember a couple years ago, I had a client more than a couple years ago, because I was working at the spa I used to be employed at. But I had a client ask me my opinion on giving her 19-year-old daughter Botox for her birthday.
The only thing I've heard about preventative Botox, because it does kind of seem, I got Botox one time. So from that experience, I will say it seems like when they say dip nails are healthy or whatever, like that propaganda that was spread around for a really long time. But I will say the nurse that did my Botox, we were talking about like how young is too young for preventative Botox. And she was like, you really shouldn't be getting it until you're like almost 30 if you're trying to prevent.
Yeah.
Because again, you want things to develop correctly.
I'm also just a big believer in preventative skincare. Like, if you're doing your skincare routines right, you're wearing your sunscreen, you're doing all of those steps correctly, you're taking off your makeup at the end of the night, as long as you're doing the right steps with your skincare routine, you should be fine. And you'll age gracefully.
Coming from someone who religiously uses their red light therapy stuff, like, it works. It's one of those things that I don't notice it working until I stop using it, and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
But it
so
works.
I'm more into like a trend I'm loving, preventative skincare. That's my route. I don't
Yeah.
like preventative Botox. Not my thing.
Well, I'm terrified of Botox now. I got it one time, and I love how relaxed it made my forehead feel. I carry a lot of tension there. And then one of my friends was just telling me she gets it in her jaw, and because it helped like slim her round face. I was like, that sounds nice, but I'm also scared that like it's botulism. For people who don't know, it's a formulated form of low dose of botulism, and I feel like that stuff builds up in your body just like filler does, and I don't want to
100%.
cause any weird nerve damage or something because I started in my 20s.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, a trend that I'm hating is duck nails.
I hate those. Every time they come up on my feed, I just ask why.
I love the idea of having a bigger canvas for nail art, but I hate the actual like look and functionality of them.
I wouldn't be able to work with them.
And I just think like the way that they're done too, because you're basically flipping a too small tip backwards unless you get duck nail tips because they make those now. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I think they would be great. They're great display pieces, but I don't like that people are getting them. I personally don't get requests for them, thank goodness. But
now you'll never get requests for them, hopefully.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. And I have a friend who's like, I want to do duck nails, like on her clients. Not much I can say about that besides don't ask me for duck nails. I won't do them.
Something I hate. It's not the thing as a whole. I have a love-hate relationship with this, but I hate people who are trying to make their at-home lash clusters last longer than 7 to 10 days.
I think we need to scream about this more because I saw that video. We've talked about this in a previous episode about lash clusters, and I think people really need to consider the fact that they are not long-term results, and they're giving lash extensions a bad name.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do them. I'm currently looking at investing in one that is the right way to do them, but the longest they should be staying on your lashes is 10 days, and that's max, and that's you washing them as if they're lash extensions, like you are washing them every night. They should be squeaky clean at the end of it. And if you're using a kind of lash cluster brand where you cannot wash them with lash soap, they're not weird. A good brand.
Yeah, that's weird. If they're like, we'll dissolve if you wash us, that seems like a bad.
No,
don't do that.
You definitely need something with an adhesive where you can clean them, because I could do a whole episode on how yucky your lashes can get if you're not cleaning them daily.
I know. Yeah. No, but I've also just now you're seeing all these people with their, which maybe I just get it because I'm on the side of like fearmonger beauty industry TikTok. But you're seeing these people who are like, lash extensions ruined my life. And then you find out that it's lash clusters.
Mm-hmm. There's a right way to them. Like, if you're using them the right way at home, they're great. I'm going to probably switch to doing them because if you're watching the video right now, you can tell I have mascara on and not lash extensions. So I'm probably going to switch to using them personally for myself. But again, I'm educated. It's the lack of education around them that's more the bigger issue.
That's how everything is.
And it's the cheap kits versus the expensive kits. And it's worth getting the expensive stuff. It's going to be better for your eyes, I swear.
Right. Yeah.
Price point does matter sometimes. I understand wanting to save a penny. I really, really do. But sometimes with its eyes or nails or skin, we should not be saving a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should be taking care of ourselves. You get one body. Please respect it.
Absolutely. Okay. Another trend that I'm kind of starting to hate is specifically 3D gel flowers. Specifically 3D gel flowers. I don't know why. I love 3D art. I do 3D art on you all the time, Jade. I do 3D art on a lot of my clients. It's cute. 3D art flowers, no. I'm over
the only
it.
one I think I've seen that I liked was the 3D hibiscus flower on like the beachy nails. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I've ever seen a 3D flower that I like though.
I just don't. It's not that I think they're ugly. They're just one of those things where I just don't. They look like, okay, that's a lie. I do think they're ugly because I don't know. It just gives like it's not for me. Not for me. What's another industry trend? This is a 15-minute episode because my brain's fried. I did so much today. I'm so proud of myself.
I've done so much today too. I feel you. Oh my gosh. It's not necessarily even a trend. It's just something I hate about the beauty industry. But the number of skincare and makeup brands that use Photoshop and filters on their ads.
Mm-hmm. And now they're probably getting an AI.
Yeah, and AI, like
nuts.
It's just using those kind of things. I'm huge on my profile on Instagram. If you go to it, and if you go scroll back a little bit, yes, there's edited pictures, because I did fall into that trap of you need to edit your work. But aside from, if you scroll back maybe 6 months to a year ago, everything I've posted recently is raw video, raw image. Like, I don't edit anything. I see the benefit of editing the skin sometimes when I'm posting a lash pic, because you should be focusing on the lashes instead of the skin. But over editing is way too common in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a difference between like upping the brightness because the picture is dark and adding eyelashes or filling in at the cuticle or, you know, something like that.
I'm just, as I already said previously, I'm big on natural beauty. I'm not big on editing anything. All of my clients are beautiful as they are, unless they ask me to edit something out. I hate the people who take redness away after waxing and post that. Like, that's just not realistic. It's going to be red after you waxed. Sorry, hate to say it.
Yeah.
And then these skincare brands, I don't remember who got in trouble for it a while ago, but there was a big influencer on TikTok who was advertising a mascara, and she used lash clusters to up the ante on it. And almost any girl who is into makeup at all can tell when there's clusters on and it's not just mascara. Yeah. So it was a bold move on her part. And I see that in ads for mascara specifically all the time, where I can tell a stick lash has been applied.
Or if they have little those little...
Yeah.
I guess there's still clusters, but like the little individual clusters. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're noticeable. They're easy to tell. But just using fake lashes to advertise mascara, editing skin when you're advertising a skincare product, like, it's easy enough to tell when the skin is edited in the after photo versus it's a clear normal before and after.
Yeah.
But just using technology for bad. I think AI can be great. Emma and I use AI for our podcast all the time. We use it for marketing all the time. That's great and all, but using it to edit your photos, that's false advertising. We don't support that here. This one's a hot take. People might hate me for this one. I hate mega volume lashes that have no map. Because if you don't have a map for mega volume lashes, they are just simply thick, dark, and shapeless. And I personally do not believe that style flatters anybody. Ever. So
yeah,
I'm a textured girly. I think everything needs texture, or if it's not textured and you're doing a top line mega set, they look right on the right people, but you need a map so you're getting the right shape across their eye to help with all their natural features.
That is wild that they wouldn't use a...
Oh, it's a big thing. There's a lot of lash artists that like freestyle their sets, which I used to be guilty of doing, but I would freestyle more like mascara style sets, like natural sets, which is doable, but still I will preach that I think mapping is a huge benefit when it comes to doing lashes.
Yeah. Do you save your lash maps? I see people do that sometimes.
Yeah. I take pictures of all of them. They're written down in all my clients' notes, and then I'll alter them as we change what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I remembered my thing. Naming the service different things. I am in all of these groups where people are asking for places that do tap gel or hot gel, or what was another one that we saw recently? Oh man. But just stuff like that. Like, it's polygel or acrylic or I can't even say the word. Acrogel. And that's what it should be called.
That's fair.
Like, if you're using a rubber base, call it rubber base. If you're using structure builder gel, call it structure builder gel. Don't call it, the salon I used to work at would call it shield manicure. And I was like, people aren't going to know what that is. Yeah. And people would come in and be like, how is it different? And they'd be like, well, we build it. And I'm like, just call it builder gel. Just call it builder gel. Just call it structure gel. Call it what it's called.
I think in the lash industry wise, I do like, so we have angel sets, which have finally, like, they're a thing. People know what they are. When they first came out, people didn't know what an angel set was. So an angel, we have it where there are multiple names for the same thing ish. But I feel like it's easy enough for us to like have the name and then have a description, and we're at the point where most people know what
or like
is.
a picture.
But there's a lash artist in Parker. I won't call her out by name, but she, I love hers because she has them all named after things related to her business. Like hers is country style. So there's a cowgirl set and a rodeo queen set, and I think that's super cute. And then she has a picture of what it is and a description of what it is.
But again,
and
if the description says like it's a mega volume or it's a wispy,
it just comes down to
or,
communicating it properly. So like it can be done the right way, but like what you're talking about is
chop shops.
Literally, you're talking about something that has an obvious name.
Yeah,
like it is what it is.
Like that's
and they're
what
changing the name of it. Yeah, no, that's wild.
Yeah, well, because it's one thing if I called my builder gel manicures like, I don't even know, Fairy Garden, blah, blah, blah. Like, if I called it, oh, you're getting this type of manicure.
Yeah, that's cute.
Then that's cute. But if you're saying, like, in the description, this is, bottle gel. Why? Why are you calling it that?
Yeah, no, that's weird.
And then you're getting clients who are like, oh, I get tap gel. I will only go see people who do tap gel. And you're like, oh, actually, you should be looking for this. No, it's called tap gel. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, that's a nightmare.
Tap gel, they literally are calling it tap gel because you tap it into place. Like, why?
I want to create my end, because I have two. I don't have any more than that, but I'd have like a camera ready set, which would be your natural everyday set, and then a red carpet set, which would be more of the textured volume.
Yeah. Seeing that kind of stuff. But you would say it in the this is a texture volume.
Or it would have a picture of what it is next to it. But I consider doing that because I think that's a cutesy thing that is in the lash industry.
Or the hot gel, which is just a scam. If you've ever gone anywhere that says hot gel, they're calling it that because they don't care about your nail health in the lamp, and they want to be able to blame when it gets spicy, that little spicy feeling. If it gets too hot, they go, it's because it's hot gel. No.
I hate that. That's dangerous.
It's so dumb.
Or like calling it burning lashes,
or like just eyes. Doing the, oh no, this is Gel X, and it's not Gel X. Gel X is a brand like Kleenex.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it was developed by a brand. So there's that. But even if you're gonna say soft gel extensions, because that's what I used to call mine, was soft gel extensions Gel X. Call them soft gel. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Don't be saying, oh, yes, no, we're doing Gel X today, and it's literally just a tip in acrylic. Like, I don't understand. It's all about money. Money hungry.
That's a lot of our industry. I think that's one of the things you shouldn't pinch pennies on the product you're using, and we've talked about this before, but that's another thing that I 100% hate in this industry is trying to save a penny by using cheaper product.
The big thing in our industry right now, my industry right now, is like fear-mongering people about the safety of gel, and like, oh, you shouldn't be using this because it has this chemical in it, and oh, you shouldn't be using that because it has this chemical in it. And there is someone on TikTok who is really well known because she started out, which this happens all the time, again, just like that greed. She started out with genuine information and care. She's given herself a gel allergy over 25 years, and it happened probably in the last 5 to 10 years that she developed this allergy. And she was telling people, like, you do need to wear gloves. You do need to wear a mask. You do need to have a ventilator, like some sort of dust collector ventilation system. You need to have that stuff because it might not happen to you today, but it could happen to you tomorrow. And now she's nuts. Like, there's a scientist in the nail industry. His name's Doug Schoon. He's about to come out with a new book. He is really, I mean, he goes into like the science of gel and the science of nails and what you should be doing properly and how airbrushing gel is not good anymore because, or not anymore, but like it's not good because it gets the particles in the air and then you breathe them in. Like he goes in depth and he is very non-biased. Like he does it off the facts, and she's fighting him now. She's literally being like, what he said is not true. Or we've just decided to disagree on that topic. And I'm like, no, you're telling people things that aren't true. And now there's another scientist who she has a master's in, I can't remember if it's like a specific, like cosmetic science or if it's just like science. And now she does nails, and she is going back and listening to this girl's video and being like, what? Why are you telling people to put cuticle oil over their gel if it's still sticky and then cure it again. Like, that's not how it works. Like, that's not how it works. Like, don't do that.
That is
and
something
like,
I hate. It's so easy to spread misinformation in the beauty industry nowadays.
and she had built that trust with her original followers
exactly.
from doing actually good stuff that now she's nuts. And it happened with another nail educator who actually helped me get into nails. Is it started with like genuine care about people learning how to do their own nails, and genuine, like, she was a licensed nail technician who knows it's inevitable, but also was doing stuff for the pro side of things because she knows you don't get a lot of knowledge in nail school. And then like 4 years ago, she started preaching how she thinks they shouldn't have you shouldn't have a license to do nails anymore.
Oklahoma's
Like
trying to get rid of their cosmetology board, so yeah.
She's like, oh no, people don't need it. And I get it, because if you're coming from the standpoint of beauty schools suck and are stupid, I get that. We're going to do an episode on that too at some point. Like, they're awful, but you shouldn't get rid of the licensing. You should be fighting for the system to change versus getting rid of the system.
Yeah, 100%. Trying to think. I don't know if I have any more hates. Oh, I hate face shaving at home.
Yes.
Don't do it. It's just not worth it. It can come with so many like, if you have good skin there, nothing can damage it. Congratulations, you've won in life. Maybe it won't do any damage to your skin. But at the end of the day, you're risking clogging pores and creating more breakouts. You're causing micro tears to your skin
I learned about the micro tears.
You don't even know you're doing.
Unless you are actually certified, or however it is for dermaplaning. I don't know if you have to get certified in that.
Yeah, certification.
But if you already do normal dermaplaning to clients and you're doing it to yourself, great. But if you're buying little $2 eyebrow razors,
yeah, if you think those are the right blade to be using on your skin and your hair,
oh my goodness,
mine are doctor level scalpels, just to give you an idea of what you should be using versus what you are using. So,
which I wish I wasn't scared to dermaplane myself.
I can't dermaplane myself either. The angles are so different, and
well, and I think I would definitely. It'd be like men shaving with their straight razor. I'd be like, ouch. And I'd have toilet paper stuck to my face everywhere. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Nope. I'll leave it to the pros.
Totally different angles.
Oh, that's a trend. Lash lift intense at home.
Oh yeah. Please stop lifting your lashes with your eyes open. Please. I beg you.
Nuts. Oh my
I don't even do that.
No.
I won't. Another thing I hate, lash artists that do their own lashes. We all know that's bad. We know your eyes are not supposed to be open while you're actively lashing. That's why our clients have their eyes closed. So we shouldn't be preaching that. And my other pet peeve with lash artists lashing their own lashes is you're making clients think it's okay to do that. Mm-hmm. And it's not. You also can't get proper isolation that way. I don't care how good you tell me your eyesight is. It is not that good.
Well, again, the angles. I feel like the angles would just be off. I mean, even when I do my own nails, my other hand is so much harder because I'm literally like holding it upside down, and I feel like I'm a circus contortionist just doing my hands or my feet even, and it's hard. And most people who don't take 6 hours on their nails like I do are damaging their own nails because they're trying to do it just as fast as they do clients and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, crazy.
I also don't really like uneducated people doing brow laminations on themselves at home because it's so easy to overprocess it and damage your brow hair. I don't know. Things that need certifications and licenses should just not be done at home. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I had to be certified in it, don't be trying to do
Even if I watch 15,000 at-home lash lift and tint videos from professionals showing me how to do it or whatever, I'm so clumsy, and I 100% would get that stuff in my eye and go blind.
Burning your eyes, yeah.
Like, if you get that stuff in your eye, you go blind. Yeah. I just want you to know.
You have one pair of eyes.
All of that, you go blind. So I will leave it to Jade to do my eyelashes.
There are things we don't... If you want to tint your brows at home, go ahead. I would prefer you use men's beard dye because that's meant to go on your face instead of hair dye, but you do you. That doesn't involve me getting a certification. If you want to do like a facial on yourself with normal level skincare products, go ahead, do that. It doesn't involve me getting a certification. If you want to do DIY clusters, do them on yourself, but please take them off after 7 days. Mm-hmm. After 3 days if you're not washing them, because that's gross. Mm-hmm. Like, there are certain things you can do at home, it's fine, but be educated on it, please.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Think about the fact that we've all taken these certifications. And if I were ever to change my path and go into skin, there are many certifications I would have to take, even though I'm licensed to do skin.
I have my certification in microneedling, but it's from 2020. So if I was going to do microneedling and add it to my schedule again, I would very much be getting recertified. It's just common knowledge. Like if you haven't learned about it at all, or if you haven't done it within, I honestly would say the past year, get re-educated or get educated. Like,
even if it's a free online class, like exactly. Some form of like, you know, refreshing something. I've done that. I did a like basics facial course probably 2 years ago, just because I wanted to refresh my knowledge on facials. Yeah. Do I do them? No. But for myself, even when I do my own skincare and facial and I'm like doing my cleanser and stuff, I just wanted to remember certain things. Plus so much technology has come out that like they tell you so much. Oh, there's this device now that does this thing that you used to hate doing. Yeah. So
I think that's it for what I hate.
I think me too.
Okay, the loves might bring up things that I remember I hate. I don't know. I am a big fan of low maintenance beauty right now. So lash lifts and tints, brow laminations, things that you do have to maintain, but you're maintaining every 6 to 8 weeks for those two services. But things that just make your life easier. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big thing nowadays. Natural is really coming back in. Mm-hmm. If that's not your thing, that's fine. Do full glam. But natural right now, it seems to be getting really embraced, and I love brow laminations and lash lifts for my natural girlies because it just makes your daily routine that much more low maintenance.
Yeah, I'm addicted. I mean, I'm not addicted as in I actually get them every 6 to 8 weeks, but I do love a good lash lift and tint.
I'm a big being high maintenance to be low maintenance kind of girl. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of clients that say that. They're like, I'm high maintenance to be low maintenance. So
yeah. What's a trend I love right now? My clients using their cuticle oil pen. That's not a mainstream trend, but they're all buying so many right now. And they're like, I have one in my bag, in my car, in my bathroom. And I'm like, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. No, real trend that I like. Oh, textured chrome. I'm loving textured chrome. It kind of defeats my 3D nail art.
I was going to say. But that was against flowers and flowers only.
Right.
So
it's literally only those weird, like, flowers. But, yeah, the textured chrome, whether it's, like, the drippy drips that are 3D. I was trying to think. I don't think we did any.
You did oh, my gosh, you did them last year. You did 3D honey chrome. Like,
yeah, that like that. But also where it's, like, the squiggly part of the drip is 3D, but everything's flat. Do you know what I'm talking about? What are those called? Dipped?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a squid, like instead of having just a squiggly French, you've got like that line. That's 3D. Love that. I also just saw this one where you do, I think it's like an aura nail, and she did green and pink, like a pastel green and like calling it like guava. And then she did a thin layer of the clear, like thick viscous gel, and she did this like firework kind of design.
Oh, that's cool.
And then chromed it. And that was really pretty. Or just the ones where you do the base color and then you take the 3D gel and you make it like, we did these with your those butterfly ones maybe, where it was like thickly textured and then the chrome over it. I do actually really love doing those. Those are really cute.
I love 3D nails. You can always do whatever on them.
I know. I have 2. I think it's just you. Your mom does 3D stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did ice cream cones one time. That was wild, but those were cute. So some sort of, I do like stuff like that.
Oh, I love brown lashes and colored lashes. And I like that those are really in right now. I just like the diversity that's coming into the lash world. Like brown lashes and colored lashes have always been there, but they've never been as prominent as they are now. So I offer, if anybody has seen my colored lash drawer, it's insane. I have every color of the rainbow, but then I also have darker colors. So I have a dark purple It's called Berry Beautiful, and it's almost brown in normal light until you step out into the sun, and then it has a purple hint to it. I have a midnight blue color, which looks black inside, but you step out into the light, and then you can see the blue tint
Those
to
are
it.
fun for the summer because you're inside and then outside.
They're super fun for the summer, but they're also fun for those scared of color, and it's just a good way to introduce you to color if you're wanting to add some. And I have a lot of people right now who are gradually adding color into their lashes, and that's a trend that I'm 100% here for.
I really liked when I went to that wedding last year when you did the like 3, 6, however many little ones on the outside.
Yeah, that's a good way
Those
to
were
add them
cute.
into. Yeah, and color matching lashes to hair. I love doing that. I had a girl that had ginger and pink hair, and I did a full color match set to her hair. So if anybody wants color matched lashes to your hair, please come in. I'll love you forever. They're my favorite right now. Yeah. So colored lashes, that is a trend I very much love.
What's another one? I'm still really loving the aura nails. I love a good aura nail. I just bought a bunch of more gradation gels, I guess is what they're called. Pat gels, I don't know. To do more aura nails, but they were sold out of like 3 of the colors that I needed. So I have a lot of pink. And then I have this, I don't know, I'll have to see what it looks like when I do it. I thought it was going to be more pastel purple leaning on the gray, but now it kind of looks like it's going to be more gray, so I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, the aura nails are super cute, so if you like aura nails, I will gladly do them. It might take certain colors because I don't have every color to do it the right way. It might be a little harder, but I have like neon powders, and then I have the more lighter colors in the
That's fun.
gradation gel. So
I love that natural and textured lashes are in right now, and I like that that's the trend, because if anybody knows me, they know that's what I specialize in. So the fact that that's what's in right now helps me a lot, because it means
again, I think it's because we're highlighting the natural
clean
beauty,
girl.
and I think textured lashes look more natural. You can even do
a volume
a really
with texture.
thick textured set, and it still looks more natural than if they're just that like
top line
18 to 12, like
Yeah.
in numerical order.
Oh, that's something else I'm loving. I'm loving that shorter lash lengths are in, like going down to 4 and 5 millimeter in the inner corners instead of starting at. Never start at a double digit for the inner corner. If you're starting at 10 or longer for an inner corner, don't. It's not good for the natural lashes. There's very few clients that are actually have the lashes to do that. And it doesn't give your lashes as much shape. So single digits for the inner corner. And I love that the shorter lengths are becoming more well known in our industry, because even when I started 5 years ago doing lash extensions, I feel like it was 10 and up all the time. And if the shortest length that I genuinely think was offered back when I started was an 8. But now we've gotten to a point where we're getting down to 4.
Some of them are crazy. I got some, also life hack. This is a life hack. I don't wear extensions, but I got these little individual colored ones to put on top of my individual like glue-on lashes. And when I bought them, I was looking on TikTok for all the different links and things to make sure I didn't get some that were all too long. But one of the packs I got is like the 18 or something, and it's so long.
18s are long, yeah.
I was like, where do you even put that?
I don't have a single client that goes above 15.
Yeah.
And even my 15s are used for spikes on wispy textured sets. My normal longest would be a 12. That's just how I roll over here. I have one client that I do that's a lie. I have 2 clients that I do mega volume on, and they go up to 15s. But they also have the longest, thickest natural lashes I've ever seen, which is why they're my mega volume girlies.
Yeah. That's probably, I wouldn't want to, but I feel like that's the only reason I would get lash extensions is if they were going to be mega volume, because the lash lift intent does me just fine. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else.
Oh, I have so many.
Oh my goodness.
So I also love the clean girl aesthetic, where we're focusing more on skincare over full glam right now. And even better than that, we're starting to use makeup that has skincare in it. which I've always wanted to create a makeup line that had built-in skincare. So I'm kind of sad that I got beat to that and it's becoming more mainstream now, but I'm glad it's more mainstream. So
I hate when that happens.
things I wish I'd accomplished earlier, things I might accomplish in the future, but now it won't be fresh and new. So who knows? I also love that natural bushy brows are back in. That's why brow laminations are in.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should always embrace whatever natural brows you have. I'm always telling, because I have a couple clients that have bushy brows and they're still insecure about them because it was so not in for the longest time. That's a beauty trend I hate, is having things that are natural features be trendy versus untrendy. That really annoys me. Oh my gosh. I thought I had 2 more things, but maybe I only have 1. I think I only have 1. I love educational influencers.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about the hate, that there is a con side to this, but I really love that we're at a time in the beauty industry where it's becoming more normal to share your knowledge than it is to gatekeep. Because for the longest time, especially in the beauty industry, but it was like in all industries, it was more normal to gatekeep and hide your secrets and not share what you're doing. But now we've reached a point, especially in the beauty industry, where it's more into be educational and telling people what you did to get where you're at and telling people what products are better and all of that. And I really appreciate that that's finally where we're at.
Yeah, me too.
As a community.
Yeah. I do love educational content. Mm-hmm. Plus, I think, again, the consumer client base is also seeking more, like, they want to know what's being done to them.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think there's a huge, because I was kind of nervous initially to do educational lash content, like educational lash artist content on my Instagram, because when clients see that, they don't really know what I'm talking about. But there's definitely an angle to it where it benefits not only fellow lash artists, but it also benefits the client, because they watch your videos and they go, oh, she knows what she's talking about.
Right.
Oh, she's done the research. Oh, she's really learned about the products she's using. Yeah. So when you're educating your fellow creator, your fellow artists, fellow creators, fellow just beauty people, you're also educating your client and you're drawing them in more, because they like to know that you know what you're doing and what you're working with. So there's just so many benefits to being educational over not being educational. So yeah.
I think there's ways to do both too, if you're educating the artist side and also the consumer side of things. That's what I try to do when I think of things like that. I try to be more, if I was a client and I saw this and I knew nothing about nails, would I kind of understand what you're talking about? Yeah. Or would it be, not as...
I feel like I try for the most part to make sure I'm coming at it from both sides.
Yeah.
So that everybody benefits.
I thought of some more nail trends that I'm loving. The silky velvet cat eye colors. Obsessed. I'm really into Korean nail stuff right now. And that's like the syrup nails, the half syrup nails, which is almost like if you took a neutrally nude base you would use for a French, but gave it a color. It's like blue, green, yellow, pink, whatever. Oh, okay. And then they have half syrup gels, which I just learned about because I think that's what's going to be more popular with my clients that aren't as translucent, but still kind of give that jelly sort of feel. So I'm liking those too. And obviously, as always, more people are getting into natural nails, and I love natural nails. So natural nail glow-ups are getting more and more popular, which is great. I have 2 clients that have kept their nails really long lately, and it's so exciting when they come in and they're not broken.
Mine lasted really well. You shortened them this time, but mine lasted really well when I was in Tampa, because I had a couple close calls where I did something and I jammed it, and I was like, oh no. Yeah. But no, they survived. This one is currently, my pointer finger on my right hand, as Emma and most people in my life know, is commonly broken. I think I did something to damage it when I was younger that's made the nail weaker, but right now it's pretty much fully natural.
Yeah, so we're doing a little something different on that one too, so it's supposed to
holding
help.
Up. It's doing well.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to grow your nails out, go to Emma.
Absolutely. I don't have room for you, but My wait list is great. Yeah, I just switched. This is kind of news, I guess, that I can include in this episode. I go to networking groups, and I just switched from advertising my nails to advertising this, the podcast, because I felt really sad when I would go, hey, I do these really awesome nail things, but you can't come. So I'm trying to focus more on this for the advertising part of that. Plus, I already paid my fees for those for the year.
Oh, so, that's frustrating.
So I was like, well, I might as well get some use out of it.
Yeah. Well, my goal right now, I don't know. I have nothing else on this, so we can kind of go
I'm
off.
also probably done, yeah.
So my goal right now with my Instagram, if you listened to our ChatGPT one last time, is to revamp my Instagram and make it more, just make it better. Just improve it. Because it had not as... I never consistently posted, and we're getting better at that. That's been my first thing to improve, but I'm also making sure it's more aesthetic, and then I'm going to make sure the material I'm pushing out is more educational. So as I go along with that, it definitely will be centering around the podcast as well. And this year is a year of growth. Granted, we're in June now, but we're focusing on it now. It took a little bit of time.
You know, I think it was last year or the year before, I saw a video that psychologically it's better for you to start your goals in the warmer weather time.
There you go then. Maybe that's why I'm suddenly more motivated.
Well, because the seasonal depression is over. Even if you don't experience like a true seasonal depression or whatever, it's definitely, the sun is out longer. We're doing more things. You're just feeling more motivated. Yeah. If you're like me, you go on more walks, which then fuels your energy levels.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I was talking about the other day, I don't know how many filler words I've used this episode. I am brain dead. And I only just thought about it right then.
I think we're doing pretty good.
But what I was thinking about the other day is, as a Colorado native and as somebody who's lived in Colorado a long time, either of those kind of people, I feel like we adjust so much to the sunlight that as soon as we have an overcast day, a rainy day, a snowy day, a day where you just don't see the sun, we all automatically just think, oh, it's a lazy day. I don't feel like doing anything. There's no motivation. Yep. And I just think that's genuinely a Colorado people kind of issue, because I was thinking about the fact that I could never really move anywhere where it's overcast for more than 20% of the days of the year. Yeah. Because I just don't have the motivation on those days. Like, I'll come into work. I'm not calling out of work, but
doing extra things.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, because we've had kind of those rainy, gloomy days the last couple weeks, and it's been... those are the times where I'm like, oh, I'm yawning and it's 4:00, because we're also used to the change in the time that I think when it gets darker outside for rain or anything like that, it just feels like it's 8:00.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think summer is a good time to start your goals. Hopefully.
We were supposed to be doing a goal check-in halfway through the year.
Yeah, so maybe that'll be our next episode or two.
Coming up, we'll do a goal check-in, because I'm pretty sure I still have that list somewhere. If I don't, I will re-listen to that episode and see what my goals were. But we'll do a goal check-in and see where they're at. I'm currently doing a lot of exciting things in my business, and I'm going to be changing up my schedule. And I can include that probably in our goal update episode that we do. Yeah. Yeah, because that will be the revamp of my business yet again, because you can never revamp your business enough.
Yeah. I'm still struggling with that. I've been trying to figure out some sort of brand name change thing. And part of the reason that's been holding me back, wow. My aunt got me this really beautiful sign for my studio, and it's on my door. It's on there. It would be a journey to take it off. And it's just the Emma V Beauty sign. And I think I've kind of been like, well, if I change my name, I have to take my sign down. But I'm trying to think of something, I don't know, something else. I don't know. I go back and forth.
Emma V Beauty works though, but I understand wanting to change it.
And it's just too, it's so umbrella, but not umbrella enough. Like if I opened a salon, I wouldn't want to call it Emma V Beauty, because it's not just me anymore, you know? Or if I did like studio spaces or anything else, like I want something that I could kind of umbrella under different things.
But there are restaurants like Chris Ruth's Steakhouse, which is the most confusing name ever.
They're so cheesy.
Fair enough.
Like when
Yeah, if that's
somebody's
not your
name,
vibe,
when
yeah.
somebody's salon name is like Gracie May Salon, and other people not named Grace May or Gracie May work there, it just feels weird to me.
Fair.
So I'm messing with the name Vine Studio, but it's spelled VYN
Okay.
because I kind of like that. But
I think you'll find a lot of people pronounce it Vin.
I know, but
I'm just giving you the heads up now. If I read that, that
We'll
is how
see.
I'd pronounce it.
We'll see. I don't know. ChatGPT told me that it was going to be good. But that's why I'm like messing with it. I have an account. It's a secret account that I use to kind of reserve names I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
So it's there now. And I was like, oh, I kind of like it because also the first 2 letters of my last name are VNY.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Because also Vine Studio, like spelled as Vine. And I don't even hate Vin. If you called it Vin, whatever.
Fair enough. I just wanted you to know that that is how I would pronounce that if I read it.
Yeah. We'll see.
No, that's why I went with high definition aesthetics, because I knew I was always going to be in the aesthetics realm. But even if I was to switch to something bigger, it's easier enough to keep the high definition.
Yeah. But that's what I mean is I
The
can't.
only issue is high definition. I don't think I could ever trademark or copyright it because it's just 2 words. So I'd have to find a different way, probably of spelling it, I guess, for the trademark. I don't know. But the issue is, again, I have a
You could replace all the I's with Y's.
Yeah. I don't know. I like high definition for so many reasons. So.
Okay. As usual, we got a little off track there at the end. But I think we can end this episode here.
We let them know we were getting off track. I asked if we were done with the important stuff. So if you kept listening, that's your fault. I told you we were done.
And also, if you kept listening, thanks so
we
much.
love you. I'm so glad you cared enough to stay
we
listening.
always rant.
But yeah, I think we can do an updates on our businesses and a goals episode soon.
Probably soon, yeah.
Since we're halfway through the year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not yet. We'll be halfway through the year at the beginning of July. So that's probably when we'll do that episode.
Yeah, that'll give us time to kind of
Put it all together.
get it all together.
Yeah.
Be a little more on top of things.
We try our best over here. My schedule's about to get a lot more hectic, so.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. We
make everything work, so it'll be okay.
We'll figure it out. It'll be good. So, yeah, as usual, all of our links will be in the caption description area of this episode.
If you guys have any questions or anything you'd like us to do on episode, let us know. And then let us know what trends you're loving and hating. Always curious.
Yeah, tell us in
you
the
guys
comments.
might have
Again, we want to
completely
fight. We want to fight you.
Let us know what your hot takes are. But yeah,
I think that's it.
we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.